In a quiet city, there was one rule everyone knew, but few talked about. No buses ran after midnight. The transport department had officially shut down all late-night routes years ago after a tragic accident on Highway Route 17. Since then, the streets went silent after 12 a.m. No engines, no headlights, no movement, except one. People whispered about a bus that appeared at exactly 12:17 a.m. It had no route number, no destination board, and no record in any transport system. Most people dismissed it as an urban legend until they saw it with their own eyes. Ion was a university student working late-night shifts to support himself. That night, his phone battery had died. His wallet was almost empty, and he had just missed the last official bus home. The streets were deserted. Cold air wrapped around him as he stood alone at the bus stop, wondering how he would make it back. Then he heard it. The low hum of an engine. From the darkness emerged an old Bassett's paint peeling, headlights flickering weakly. It slowly rolled to a stop in front of him. Ion's heart raced. "This can't be real," he whispered. The bus doors creaked open. Inside sat a few passengers, completely silent. Their faces were pale, eyes fixed straight ahead. The driver's face was hidden in shadow. Ion hesitated. The driver finally spoke, his voice calm but hollow. "Get in. You're late." Something felt wrong, but fear of being stranded was stronger. Ion stepped onto the bus. The door slammed shut. As the bus moved, Ion noticed something unsettling. The city lights faded far too quickly. Familiar roads turned into narrow paths lined with dark trees. He glanced at the passengers. None of them blinked. The bus continued deeper into unfamiliar territory. Streetlights vanished. The road ahead seemed endless, swallowed by darkness. Ion checked the windows. No building, no signs, no signal on his phone when it briefly flickered back to life. He tried speaking to the man sitting beside him. "Excuse me, which stop is this?" No response. The man's skin looked strangely gray, almost lifeless. Ion slowly pulled his hand back when he noticed something horrifying. The man had no reflection in the window. One by one, the bus stopped. Passengers stood up silently and walked toward the exit. When they stepped off the bus, Ion heard footsteps, but saw no one outside. The bus drove on. Then the Ion remained. His chest tightened. He rushed toward the driver. "Where are you taking me?" he demanded. The driver didn't respond. Ion noticed something chilling in the rearview mirror. The driver's eyes were sunken, glowing faintly. His hands looked burned, scarred beyond recognition. Memories rushed back. Ion had read about an accident years ago, a Busan Route 17 that crashed at midnight, killing everyone inside. No bodies were ever fully recovered. The bus slowed down. A sign appeared on the roadside, rusted and broken. Route 17. Ion stumbled backward. "This isn't real," he whispered. The driver finally turned the mirror toward him and spoke. "Everyone reaches their stop." The bus came to a sudden halt. The doors opened with a deafening screech. Outside was nothing but fog. Ion ran toward the exit, desperate to escape. As his foot touched the ground, a freezing cold shot through his body. He felt hands, countless hands grabbing him from the darkness. Voices surrounded him. "Stay, you belong here." He screamed and tried to pull free, but the strength was overwhelming. The driver stepped down from the bus. For the first time, Ion saw his face clearly, burned, twisty, dead. "You got on," the driver said quietly. That was your choice. The bus doors closed behind them. Morning came. People waiting at the bus stop noticed something strange, a backpack lying near the road. Inside was Ion's university. Next to it lay an old, torn bus ticket. Printed on it were 3 words. One Y. Only. That night, at exactly 12:17 a.m., the engine hummed again. The bus returned, and someone else was waiting.